Hi, everybody. Today is December 20th. The AUM for Element is 470.9 million. The Treasury is at 63.3 million. Our trunk supply is at 105.1 million. The trading volume of Elephant Money is $272,924, which is a 187.6% increase from one day ago. And we are staked at 63.12 million. Ed, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, Josie. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I have a little bit of a cold, so forgive me for sounding like a frog, but I'm doing well.
Well,
what are you doing for the holidays?
I am, mainly just sticking around locally. My dad's actually going to do a little traveling to see my grandma, but I'm going to stay here and have some couple dinners with family and friends, and that's about it, really. I had nothing crazy planned, and I didn't even ask for anything crazy. It's one of those years where people keep asking me what I want. I'm like, I have no clue. There's nothing. There's no gadgets I want. I have got all the electronics I need, and it's like, I just sit there and I go, I really don't really need or want anything. It's just block. As far as things I'm looking online, it's like, hey, 25 best gifts for men in 2023. I'm like, nah, I don't want that. I don't want that. So that's just going to be a regular kind of deal, and just do a little bit of holiday stuff with some, going around, driving around some neighborhoods and checking things out and things like that.
I saw a list, or I saw a meme the other day that had a screenshot of one of those lists, the like 25 best things to get or whatever. And they were commenting on how the lists that are specific to men are usually so terrible because, like, if you're shopping for a man who doesn't like power tools or beer, essentially you're out of luck.
Yeah,
because they haven't thought.
It's like, always something like that. And for me, that's bald. Everything's now about, do you have a beard or here to keep your hair nice? I'm like, well, I can't use any of those products. So that's out of the question. I don't need a beer from all around the world subscription. And no. I don't need a new sweater. So that's out, Everything else is just, I've told some people a few little things, but other than that, like my dad's like, hey, you want anything? I'm like, I'm good, man. We're good. I don't need any, just because everybody knows I like bourbon. They think they need to go out and buy everything bourbon flavored. Oh, it's bourbon jelly beans, bourbon maple syrup. I'm like, look. I like it, but I don't like it that much. So let's just skip all that stuff. So anyway, but I do hope you have a good weekend. I'm going to send you a private message after a little later on today, but I do hope you have a good weekend. Appreciate all the help you've been doing over the year here with us, and I hope you have a great weekend too.
Thank you very much.
If anybody wants to jump in, you can just request to be a speaker. And FYI, I do not see Bank Teller on. So if you have any of those questions that only Bank Teller can answer, I would hold out until he jumps on. But if there's something else you want to chat about, feel free. Got any good crypto Christmas stories from the past? Feel free to offer them up as well. I do wish everybody a great holiday weekend, whoever you celebrate it with. And for those of you that may not have that person with you this year, I still hope you're able to have a great holiday weekend with some really great memories that you've had with that person, or even a furry friend that's not with you anymore this year. But I do hope you have a great Christmas. I see all things ETH. Let me get you on here. I think you're already on, right? Yeah, you're already on. Okay, yeah. You're already in there.
I'm here, man.
What's up, man?
Yeah, how's it going?
Good.
What's up? Yeah, good. I can totally feel you. I'm also bald, but on the gift stuff, I love bourbon, but yeah, I can't stand like bourbon jellies, and
yeah.
Everybody thinks if you like that kind of stuff, that's, it's about the bourbon.
Yeah, right? Yeah, you don't have to flavor right. Every single thing on the planet. Even though I'll try it, well, that's about it. Yeah. Like I like mac and cheese, and so somebody got me. So Kraft mac and cheese has actually mac and cheese gummies, and so let me try it. No. And I was like, no. And then somebody got me mac and cheese candy canes last year. I'm like, yeah. I kind of just took one little bite, and that's it. I'm out.
That's it. No, that's a whole other thing.
But the thought that counts.
That's awesome. Absolutely. Well, I just want to say Merry Christmas to all the herd in particular. You guys are amazing. Just want to give you some encouragement as, we're starting to see some good movement in the overall market. As some of you guys know, I'm a big fan of the DeFi space, and am active throughout, and just seeing good things all over the place. And I know as soon as BT, and I'm sure that's why he's not on a call yet, is he's just working his tail off right now, trying to get these contracts finished, with the BSD change to BNB and all these. I just want to encourage everybody to just enjoy the holidays, sit well, enjoy the family, touch grass, if you will, if you use that terminology, as some of us do in this space, and just enjoy it and just be thankful for this awesome team and the awesome community that we have going on here at Elephant.
Yeah, and you're in like a lot of the DeFi, and for me, I'm not all over the place. So it's good that we have members that do focus on a lot of stuff going on in crypto, not just Elephant. Like I'll see somebody come in and go, "Oh, Elephant's pumping today," and then I'm like, all right, now I got to go see if BNB is pumping today. And then it gives me the answer, or if it drops. So I know so many different factors can come into play when I see a post.
Absolutely.
And you would know that because you focus on more than I do, but that helps to see the other people noticing when the market's moving, that we're moving. And when I get to hear it from other people about what's really going on out there, that it's kind of easy.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, we've got a lot of headwind, I think, or not a lot of headwind, a lot of tailwind now. With I think the bear market is behind us, and it's just a matter of time, guys, especially for BNB, and we're pretty heavily linked to that at the moment. So
yeah, I don't know how the new guy has been doing in his spot there, taking over for CZ. I haven't heard any news about him lately. I don't know if you have, or if he's made any news.
He hasn't made any headlines that I can tell, which is no news is good news for that kind of situation. I think should be business as usual for the most part. Obviously, CZ was a pioneer in the space, and we really appreciate what he did. And it's too bad that he got caught up in some legal stuff, but it's the Wild West, and he's done well. Obviously, he's going to retire well.
Yeah, I wonder what his days are like now that he doesn't have to work anymore.
I'm sure he's working, man. I don't know if a guy like that can stop, I know he's doing some consulting and whatnot. At least that's what I've heard.
Not many billionaires can just retire. It feels like they always going to still have their hand in something. It's just that's been their life. That's what they do, and it's not like they can just go sit on a boat and just say, "I'm chilling and I'm out and about every day and ordering takeout every day."
I hope he gets a nice break, but that's about it, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully not too much jail time.
No, I don't think he's going to worry about that. His jail is the 500-foot yacht he's on. That's your living quarters, sir.
There you go. I'll take it.
I haven't even checked as any of the market's been moving. Is the rest of the market been doing pretty well too?
It's been looking pretty good. In general, I think. Well, the macro is that the Fed was dovish last week, and that just bodes well for the entire market, stocks in general as well as crypto. And so I think everything was up as of this morning, at least. You never know moment to moment with this space, but I'm pretty confident we're heading in the right direction, especially with the Fed pivot coming hopefully soon.
Let's just see how long people hold out before they want to take the profit when we get a bull run. It's like, do we want to wait for more, even more bull to take profit, or a little profit's good enough? I've been waiting forever for it, kind of thing.
Well, I've been hearing that some of the people that have been dumping, the institutions that have been dumping into Bitcoin over the last couple months are taking profit right now, and some of the guys I'm watching on YouTube, some of the insiders are going, they shouldn't be dumping right now. They shouldn't be taking profits just yet.
Right. Right now it's definitely a little too early, but at least a few months down the road, at least get the year going, especially for tax purposes and for all that kind of crazy stuff I hear people do it for.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see what happens in the next week or two. Just from a tax perspective, people might sell to take losses, and it's always fun these last couple weeks of the year.
Yeah. I hope we're able to see a good uptick in our member count and our wallet count with Elephant too.
Yeah. Well, I've got a couple guys that are coming on probably around the first of the year. I'm pretty stoked about. A couple people I've met throughout the DeFi space and are pretty thrilled to get into something a little more stable like Elephant.
Have they been pretty crushed over the past year with stuff?
I wouldn't say they've been crushed. They're smart guys, but they're tired of the rat race.
Right.
I think,
That's
it's
another thing that could tire you out. I never even thought about that. TSA. You're almost constantly have to keep paying attention and worry about who's selling, which big guy's buying or not. And almost like, yeah, you should be paying attention anyway to your crypto, but it's almost like you have to really be on the ball with it because you just never know. And it's just something you can't even take a break from sometimes.
Yep. A lot of these guys are full-time, or at least, their day jobs have a lot of flexibility like mine. I work at a church full-time and I run a video production business, but I'm more of a team leader, and so I have a lot of time to do some research and obviously jump on a call with you guys today. But it's nice to have that flexibility. But the older I get, the more I want to be in more stable things, and I think Elephant really fits the bill.
Well, I'm glad you're here, man, and glad you'll be able to bring some more people to us in 2024, because
absolutely,
I always like to hear that kind of stuff, especially during the holidays and people being able to each one teach one and stuff like that. I know we're probably a few months away from it all really, really kicking in, but this is the best part to people to learn.
Absolutely. Now's the time to get in.
Yeah, grab those NFTs, get those futures accounts started, and I think we were talking yesterday, somebody has like 400 NFTs or something like that. I think that's the leader. I was like, you gotta be, I think it's like 180,000 or 160,000 in NFTs. I think it comes out, whatever BNB's at right now, times whatever.
Yeah.
I was like,
that's incredible.
Wow. And
I was looking at, what's the rumor now about that treasury, was the BUSD treasury that might be purchasing some NFTs? Is that a rumor? Is that confirmed? Or
I thought that was a rumor, and I had not heard anything about that confirmed. I thought BT posted what the treasury was going to do. I think he said it's a 50-50 split of something. I'd have to go back to Telegram and read it. I know.
That'd be
that was an idea.
Be a big buy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That is going to be. I don't think it's going to be all at once. I don't think he answered that question either.
I don't think that's a good. I think he's smarter than that.
Yeah. He wouldn't let it just pump like that, so everybody jumps off of that. Kind of not the way to do it. Absolutely. But it would be an interesting thing for us to say, hey, just do it in all NFTs.
Well, I was doing the math, and I think that's about 5,000 NFTs if it's 1.2 million or something like that.
Isn't that an infinite buy? Because like if you buy NFTs, the money used to buy NFTs. Oh no, that's to buy Elephant. That's right. Okay, it's used to buy Elephant. All right. Yeah, it would have been interesting to see that and then stake, but I don't want to spread that news when it's not even true.
I don't either.
But it was a fun thought. We have fun sometimes just thinking of some scenarios that were like, wouldn't it be weird to see this, or cool to see what happens if this happens? Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna let somebody else chat, but thank you guys for continuing to do this every single week, and just want to wish you guys all a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, man. Same to you. Enjoy it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Will do.
If anybody wants to jump in, hit the request to speak thing, and we'll get you popped in. I see Money Man came in today. I know he's going to be popping into Florida here next month. So I think it's only a month away he's going to be here. So that's going to be pretty cool.
Ed, I think we lost you. Did you mute your mic?
Oh, I did mute my mic. My bad. So sorry about that. Jed, thanks for stopping by. I don't know what I got cut off on. Jed, Money Man, thanks for stopping by. Blackberry guy. Saw your little post last week. Glad you were able to type that up, man. It's been a good year of you putting them out. What are we on, the 70-something report? I forgot what it was. But appreciate all the work you've been doing for us. Ruggs, I know you're on here today. Hope you have a good holiday. I was going to listen to your playback, but I saw it was 3 hours of your big YouTube thing, and I was like, I'm going to need some more time to listen to that whole thing, unless they listen to it on double the speed. Let me get you in here real quick. What's up, brother? I think you're connecting now. There you are. You're finally connected. And Ross, connecting you. Where'd that go? Leroy. Trying to connect as many people as I can. Just unmute yourself if you're on there.
Hey, Ed, it's Colin.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, not too much. Hey, Monday night, BT was in our chat on our live podcast, and he did say that he's going to buy NFTs with the BSD Treasury, and then use them for marketing, for paying for marketing and influencers.
I got you.
Let's go.
Yeah. All right. There's the info that I missed out on for not tuning into your show.
Yeah, it was a good show. Zach was a little late. DeFi Springs was a little late, so we started without him. But then he came on and he carried the show for, I think it was 3:30, 3 hours and 30 minutes. It was the longest show we've done.
Yeah, I thought you only did them for like an hour, so I was like, I saw 3. I'm like, oh Lord, that's gonna be a bit of time. And he was on the whole time, or did he come in?
He says he usually just puts it on in the background. So he did pop in a few times. We kind of asked questions, and he popped on and kind of gave some answers and stuff. And so it wasn't too bad. We had good. I think we consistently had about 22 people throughout the show. I'm sure it was different people popping in and out, but for that long of a show. But it was a good show.
Yeah, they can always listen to it later if they weren't live. But that's all good either way.
Yeah,
and I will give it some time soon.
Yeah, if anybody's interested in learning the futures calculator, Stu's futures calculator, we did a pretty in-depth deep dive on that. So I don't know where that would be. That's probably like the hour 20, hour 30 mark. But then we did about a 30-minute session explaining some of the features and how a couple different scenarios, and so it was good. It was a good show.
That's cool. Appreciate you doing that, man, each week.
Yeah, well, we just wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. All things ETH. Aaron, we appreciate you. We have a special Christmas special with All Things ETH that will premiere Christmas Day. Or Christmas night. We're not going to go live Christmas. We're just going to have the recorded session that we did with Aaron.
Oh, sweet. That was my next question. If you were doing one on Christmas. All right, cool.
Yeah, it was an awesome show. Thanks guys for having me on there. Goldwyn and all. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, we'll reach out. We got it edited, and we'll reach out to you. So if you want to premiere it on your channel as well, they can just go live at the same time.
That'd be awesome. Let's do it.
Cool. All right, guys.
How long was that show?
Aaron was on about an hour and 15 minutes, and then we did some news. So I think that one's about 2 hours as well. But All Things ETH was on for the first, I think, hour 15.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. I know that AG is probably listening, but he works, during the day, so he can't get on all the time. But we just wanted to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and stay strong, Herd. Things are looking up.
Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Thank you for all the weekly stuff you do, and for putting the content on YouTube too, because that's always my favorite things to do is listen to them when I'm on the road. But it's nice to actually listen to more than read articles sometimes for me. So anytime there's a video or any kind of audio, I love it. So it's always pretty good.
Yeah, I think next year we're going to move into trying to get to audio only too, so we can put it up on like the various just podcast channels as well.
Ooh, good idea, man. Awesome. Let's see. Who else? Leroy, I know you're there, man. If you wanted to chime in.
Oh, thank you. Good morning, everyone. I won't take up too much time. Just on the same things Ruggs just said. A Merry Christmas to everybody, and man, I'm just so grateful for the group, for the herd, for these weekly Twitter spaces. I learned so much. I mean, it's like drinking from a fire hose. I'm really fairly new to crypto, only maybe 2 years, and luckily stumbled across Elephant Money. Immediately got some tokens, bought some NFTs, and of course, going hard in futures. Today's compound day for me, so I'm really excited. I love my compound days. I did bring a friend on. We worked together for many years up at Costco, and he's doing a futures. He got his futures started too. We're both new. He ran into some little problems with his MetaMask wallet. I guess he was getting some JSON errors, and we're trying to work on getting that fixed, but hopefully we'll get that going. But again, I just want to jump on and just say how grateful I am for this protocol, for this group, for all you people that are out there teaching, Chris, SK Crypto K, Jed, you guys, I see you guys on YouTube. I listen to your videos over and over again, and it just fills me full of confidence and knowledge. And I mean, I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you so much. And again, Merry Christmas. I'll step off, but I just want to say thank you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you being a member. And even when you're new to crypto, glad you were able to find us and able to bring somebody on board. So I hope to see them in the chat maybe one day or maybe on here, and hope they keep learning and understand it and make a good amount of money on it down the road sometime. So appreciate you being a member of the herd. Who else did I want to kick in here? Let's see. Oh yeah, and I know SK is not in here right now, but yeah, we got to appreciate everything he has done over this year. We still got one more Twitter space to go next week, the final one of the year, but you know, he's going to have his first Christmas with his newborn, so I'm sure it's going to be, this week alone has been just pretty crazy, and going to get to enjoy some really good memories and times this year for Christmas. So that is awesome, and all the work he's put out for us, and all the guys out there putting all the content up, from Patrick and I know Chris with Flying DeFi, and you guys have just been amazing. It makes my holiday just really, I'm in a good mood, you know, no matter how it's going around here with what could be a bad day of weather. But you know what, I come in Telegram and I'm like, you know what, you guys are always putting me in a good mood. And it's because the community we have, especially the holiday season, just makes it even better. So thank you guys for everything you guys are doing. I'm going to go around and pick a NFT shortly. Not quite yet, but I have 2 people in mind and I'm still looking. But if anybody wants to also jump on, don't forget you can just by hitting the request button. Somebody just,
I think it's me, maybe. Elephant Money Investor. You hearing me okay?
Yeah,
awesome.
There you are. Yep, I hear
hey,
you.
everybody, happy holidays to the herd, and just very excited that we have a strong finish coming up, and try to be patient, you know, waiting for everything to get buttoned up. But, you know, I've been in Elephant Money since January of 2022. I really brought all my gains from the last bull run into Elephant, and, you know, I've kind of been around for, I guess it'll be 2 years coming up pretty soon. So it's been a long road, but exciting to see where we are as a community. And I think this kind of governance contract work BT's doing is really super bullish, you know, as these main features of the system get, you know, kind of locked down and the keys renounced and all that kind of stuff. I think it's going to make us really attractive. But what I wanted to talk, just to share some thinking I've been having, is around, I've been watching some YouTube videos from some of the crypto influencers like Elio Trades and Satoshi, I think, is another one I was listening to earlier today. But just around, what are the narratives that are going to be, you know, dominating the space? Like every bull run, there are narratives. And in the last bull run, there was a lot about gaming and about NFTs. DeFi was kind of going on. And so I've just been thinking more about, as we get the system buttoned up and, you know, Bertha gets unleashed to, you know, gobble up this 1.2, 1.3 million in coin, like, how do we really focus our outreach efforts? And I do think there is something about understanding the narratives, and maybe there'll be narratives emerging in the next bull run that we're not even yet aware of. But to link up, what is it that the Elephant Money ecosystem really offers that we can use these narratives to tie up to and link up to in terms of promotion? And so just a couple to kick it off, and I'd be curious if anybody else has other thoughts about this. One is that, you know, the layer ones and BNB chain is the second largest layer one ecosystem next to Ethereum, is still, you know, a major chain. I'm not really up to speed a lot on what's the latest around Binance and BNB chain, but I think that's something, you know, we can be pushing, is around BNB being the second largest layer one chain out there. I think NFTs probably are still going to be a narrative, and, you know, obviously our NFTs are special because they have some utility, unlike a lot of other NFTs. So NFT seems to be, you know, a theme that's going to be on. I think DeFi again will continue to be a theme, and so with futures, the NFTs obviously paying yield is, you know, another good narrative. But, you know, just obviously Elephant Token as an asset, store of value, but an asset that appreciates. But some of the other, you know, narratives I think that I've been hearing about watching some of these crypto influencers is, you know, gaming, AI, meme coins will probably be back around. I'm not sure what else, but, you know, I think it is something we could be thinking about as we shift our energies more, you know, once everything is kind of released and, you know, all the wheels are spinning and all the engines firing properly, is how to really do outreach in a smart way to start bringing new eyeballs into the system. I guess the last point I'll say is obviously when things are pumping and the chart is moving, there's FOMO and word spreads. But I do think we could get a little bit more surgical around, linking up what this amazing elephant money ecosystem has to offer with the narratives that are going to be dominating the next bull run. So anyways, just some thoughts. I don't know if anybody has any reactions or to add on to that, but just that's what's percolating for me this morning. And I'll just wait. One final thing is I've kind of gotten to my NFT goals, so I'm really excited about that. I've got my elephant bag futures, a big load of a trumpet, so locked and loaded, ready to go, and let's make it epic next year. And happy holidays, everybody. Thanks for letting me share a bit here.
Yeah, appreciate you sharing that bit. Anybody wants to comment on that with their ideas of narratives, man, please speak up. Let us know what you think will be the narrative during the year and what we could focus on by incorporating elephant money. People are going to go chase stuff out there, and it might not be good, it might not be bad, but they're gonna chase the memes no matter what. It's hard to find, it's hard to hide away from that. They just want to go chase. Everybody likes to chase the high, so that's going to happen. So you got to try to incorporate what to do with elephant while you're doing that, whether it's using some profits to chase or taking your stuff you chase and bringing it into elephant, and all different ways that we can incorporate it.
Yeah. Well, and it's interesting, right? Because elephant's not, it can be a meme coin, but obviously it's a lot more. But, between elephant token and trumpet, it's kind of interesting there in terms of like the whole meme thing. If we can get caught up as a popular meme, obviously that would be amazing.
Caught up as a popular meme, just not be a meme. There would be some memes about us, but I think, we won't be one of those sons we have to send a tweet and it causes it to go up or down kind of thing. Nothing like that. But I think there's potential to be somehow in a conversation when things get brought up like that.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're really special in the sense that we can link up to 5 or 6 different memes, and that might be, a double-edged sword, but I think there's probably a lot of upside to that. So just something to think about in terms of Twitter posts, X posts, YouTube videos, Medium, all that. But, maybe we can start to tap into some of those narratives in addition to just, pumping how great elephant is and the Bertha and all that kind of stuff, which we tend to, I tend to push mostly, right?
Yeah. And I'm sure BT would love to wish he was here today to ask that question about his thoughts on the narrative for next year and what we need to also push, as well as maybe somehow connect with some of the other things out there that are getting some attention. Because people will push that marketing for some random junk out there, and all of a sudden it'll blow up for whatever reason it is, whether it's a paid reason or just somehow it just got out and everybody's hearing about it kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But
I think to piggyback off what he's saying, I think that's kind of what BT's hope is for Trunk. Once we get on centralized exchanges, then we can start switching the narrative for Trunk to be that meme coin, right? And be that flag waving in the wind. The bigger we can push, let's say Trunk on the centralized exchange, and then we can get onto bigger exchanges, then the mania pulls over. And then where are they going to take those profits from? I mean, you look at it, Trunk's at, 120 million, we think. That's kind of the running guess once we all get moved over. That's nothing. And Trunk has built-in deflationary mechanisms, and it has true yield with Trumpet. I mean, if you tell somebody they can get a meme coin and then just stake it in a staking contract and get 50 to 100% APR, like, who's not going to want that?
And so I don't know if it's easy to relate. I've heard when I was learning crypto back in the day, I would always try to look it up. What token is out there that's same supply as us and is deflationary? I didn't know if there was something close to that out there that you guys have seen that you would relate that to, that kind of system.
So I know that a lot of people are down on Trunk because it doesn't, I'm going to put in air quotes, it doesn't help Bertha, but right. Getting eyes to the system is what helps Bertha, because then we have things like the NFTs where that's better than real estate. I think I just saw a tweet from Cryptozoa saying that the average house in Colorado is $500,000. they said if you put that into NFTs, that's 1,000 NFTs producing between 15 and 20 cents a day. That, he said that's like $200. That's, $150, $200 a day with no overhead.
Right. Mm. And not everything we always do is always feeding Bertha. Sometimes we've done some marketing out there where it was just to get eyes on us. It wasn't meant to like automatically feed Bertha and make the system go great. It was more like, it's almost like an ad. We're just putting it out there to try to get eyes so people see who we are. And I believe that's how it's going to work with that.
Hey, just an idea just popped up to me just now thinking about these narratives. I'm wondering if whether it's these spaces or some of the YouTube influencers, could we start having like a space that's just on one of these narratives, like NFTs, where we kind of, to attract people who are interested in certain topics, like our spaces. I think it's good to be generalist and have like a wide net where we can talk about a bunch of things. But I also, wonder if having some dedicated spaces just to like trumpet or NFTs or something, so we could be, when we market these spaces, we start to bring in new eyeballs. Anyways, just a thought to throw out there.
Hey, Ed, I wanted to say something to Leroy real quick.
Yeah.
Hey, that JSON error, that's typically just through MetaMask, and if he hasn't changed his gas settings to be aggressive, that's probably what he's getting. And I cannot tell you how much you need to get off of MetaMask. It is the worst wallet I've ever used. I used it forever because it was easy and convenient, and that was just what it was. But I've moved on to SafePal and Rabby, depending on whether you're using mobile or desktop, and they have so many more features, and it's so much. It's I can't even tell you how much more secure those wallets are versus MetaMask. MetaMask is like Dollar General. You're walking in because it's convenient and it happens to be right there. But it stores your seed phrases. So if they get hacked, your seed phrase is right there. Rabby does, you enter your seed phrase, but it doesn't store it. SafePal, same thing. SafePal for mobile. They have in-app swaps that are super reasonable. I just can't tell you. Leroy, get off of MetaMask.
I got to say, I am on MetaMask, but it's not my main. I have actually Rabby, but it's still there on my computer. But I'm trying to, definitely get away from. I've been using Rabby only lately.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you for that heads up. I'll be sure to do that and let my person know too. I sure appreciate it.
If Rabby doesn't, if they don't store your seed phrase, how does it know your seed phrase when you log in? Then that's why
you have to enter your seed phrase to start your wallet, and then once your wallet's there, then it interacts with the web, with the blockchain and stuff like that. The difference is that MetaMask literally stores it, so you can, they're going to tell you it's a safety feature. Oh, if you forget your seed phrase, you can just look at it. Well, if they get hacked, well, now everybody else can see your seed phrase too.
I gotcha on that. Okay. So my laptop has Rabby, but you said SafePal is the mobile one, or which is mobile?
Yeah, Rabby doesn't have mobile yet. SafePal does. SafePal was also developed by Binance Labs, so it has direct access to Binance. And double secret, if you use SafePal hardware wallet, you can trade on Binance inside the U.S.
Oh, wow. Didn't know that either. Learning stuff every day here in our Twitter spaces. All right, I'm gonna try to work on that SafePal thing myself too. I don't really log on my phone anymore, but I do need to put something on there just in case something happens to my laptop, which is like, my laptop's like 2016, I think I got it. It still runs great, but you just never know. It's an Apple MacBook, but it runs great, but I just never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, obviously, I'm not a proponent of keeping your main wallet on your phone or anything, but if you have a small hot wallet that you're using to interact with, I have a small wallet on my phone that I use on, for my quick trades and whatnot. But keeping your main wallet offline is by far the most secure thing you can do.
Gotcha. Appreciate that info, especially if you guys are new. We always try to do our best to try to get you the best way to keep yourself safe, your funds safe, and all that. Crypto Flyer, I just saw you just logged on, man. A man in the sky, my man flying the private jets. He's the guy who's going to be our pilot if he's not co-pilot. But I know you're on. If you want to speak, go ahead. You're already approved to be a speaker. SK, let's see. Let me get him to jump on.
Yeah, hey Ed. Just wanted to say hi there, and yeah, I'm waiting for that day when I get to fly you around. But yeah, in regards to the last conversation there, the other thing that I guess I would encourage if somebody's just getting started is to start them out right away with a hardware wallet. It's always easier to start out that way than to try to transfer everything once you start building up a balance on a hot wallet, and then all of a sudden you realize, hey, this isn't quite as secure. And and I agree with everybody there. Rabby is certainly the way to go if you're using a hardware wallet and whatnot. And as far as seed phrase, you don't even have to have a seed phrase. You just use Rabby as an intermediary between your hardware wallet and Rabby. So nothing, you don't even have to worry about a seed phrase and whatnot on Rabby. So none of that's ever exposed online on a hot wallet if you're just using Rabby as the intermediary between your hardware wallet and your account. I don't know if that makes sense, but for the guy that was getting his friends set up, I'd encourage you to set it up right away with just a hardware wallet, and then you avoid all that vulnerability there.
Yeah, that is a really, really good advice, man. Appreciate you offering that.
Good. Well, happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you and all that good stuff. And hope you have a good time down there in Florida. I'm sure you won't have a white Christmas, but so far up in Minnesota, we don't have a white Christmas either. So we'll see. But I'm loving every day that we're in the 30 degrees here. So that's good.
Yeah, we don't have a white Christmas here, and I should have taken a picture. I'm gonna see if I can get down there tonight. So most places, maybe by you, we do have a couple places down here that have like a giant Christmas tree. We have one that's 100 feet tall. Some are less than that they're fake. Some of them are real. But right down the road for me, we actually have a 65-foot tree, and it's just made of sand. It's a giant sand tree. We call it Sandy.
Really?
And it's like 700 tons of sand, and it's pretty cool. I'll try to take a picture.
Yeah, do that. That'd be interesting to see. Never seen anything like that.
It brings people down, but I do like the original kind of tree.
Absolutely.
But thanks, man. Have yourself a good holiday, too. SK, I know, has jumped into our Twitter spaces. I don't know if you're able to jump on, man, but I'd love to hear your voice.
Hey, so I'm on the road. If it cuts out, I apologize in advance. But if I do get cut out, wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Be safe. Spend it with your loved ones. Enjoy this time. It's a fantastic time for everything in life, especially being in Elephant Money. And I think that Elephant Money investor had a really good point too about the narrative going forward. And I think focusing on B&B is a big thing. We don't have that dark cloud hanging over us anymore. So once B&B, gets its God candle, what happens to the Elephant Money price? We God candle it up too. So I think we continue to push the narrative for not only futures and NFTs, these things that feed Bertha in spectacular fashion, but just continue with that narrative. And the elephant token, really the history of it, we've already dominated the bear, and with B&B's backing, it's not going to be long before we leapfrog everything in the bull. So I think those are some really good points that he brought up. But yeah, some targeted surgical messaging can always go a long way.
Oh yeah, any kind of target marketing we can do is always a plus. And I know we do a lot of broad marketing out there. Yeah, we focus on some stuff like NFTs and futures and all that stuff, but I think we can actually focus even more laser sharp than that next year to really get people that are interested in certain exact things, especially like you said, the NFTs. Maybe having a spaces just on that would be kind of pretty cool, and maybe get some people in to understand it a little bit and see how it can benefit them next year.
Yeah, and I think once BT releases those treasury funds to get the NFTs, and we get a spike on the elephant chart, and the NFT rounds are going faster, the hope is that that'll change the momentum of late. And yeah, we just have to carry that through and keep focusing on these elements that feed Bertha. Ultimately, Trunk will follow suit. Elephant has to blaze the path first in order for Bertha to be large enough dollar-wise to buy and burn a metric crap ton of Trunk and Trumpet every day, right? And then that'll speak for itself on the centralized exchanges. And you'll get a two-pronged approach. So yeah, we got to get Bertha past 200 trillion, past her all-time high of 212 trillion, and just keep marching.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be marching next year. I know BT's been busting his butt the last month, and it's definitely going to pay off for us, man. I know for some people they've been sitting back going, they've been wanting to see something really pump really good, and I know we're going to, and I just want everybody to have the confidence in what BT's doing and know that it's happening. It's going to happen. I'm trying to see if anybody else wanted to join to speak while I'm on here. Nobody else has. Okay, cool. So you guys, what time we got? We still got 20 minutes, but I'm probably going to think about trying to cut it off a little early so it doesn't cut us off. If anybody else wants to chime in, you know what to do. Hit the request to speak. Josie or myself will let you in. And if not, then I have to do all the talking. And you know what happens when I have to do all the talking, people. It gets kind of boring. So.
Did you already select your NFT winner?
I thought I did, and I don't see him on anymore. So, or maybe I just scrolled through and I can't find him now. Or maybe I just need to put my glasses on. And then I thought I saw somebody with a photo, and then I could have swore they changed their name. So I was like, wait a minute, that's not what you were on earlier. So I'm still looking. I was trying to pick just the first person that came on today, because I've never done that before, and then I forgot who they were.
Oh, no. Gotcha. Yeah, maybe select that first before we get rugged. And then I see Blackberry guy jumped in. He can go in after you.
Oh, no, go ahead. I'll let him go. Go ahead, Blackberry guy.
Oh, I thought you were going to give me the NFT.
I don't think you were the first, actually. Actually, there he is. One of the guys that actually is coming every week. And I do see him, and I've never given him one. So, Greg Schultz. You got it, brother.
Greg.
I know I think he was the first one on when I logged on.
Listen,
I think you jumped in right after.
Hey, Ed, I literally was going to recommend Greg, so I'm so glad you said it. You were literally reading my mind.
I did have one other guy, and if he's on next week, I'm gonna pick him for the final one of the year. So everybody that's on right now, I'll just let you know, tune in next week, because if you were on today, I probably saw your name, and make sure you're in next week.
Hey, congrats, Greg. Well deserved.
Absolutely.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, it helps out quite a bit. Oh, there he is. This Twitter takes forever to connect people. I'll tell you that. It's like 30 seconds. It's like dial-up.
Well, I appreciate that, Ed. Yeah, I was just in the mood for listening in, but wow, this is quite an honor, man.
I know you've tuned in a lot. You help out in the chat, and I was like, you know what, you haven't won yet. I'm like, thank you for everything you've done. Here you go.
Yeah, man. Well, this is my crypto family. We've gone through a lot together. We've seen the platform evolve time and time again, just to match market conditions. And I don't know, man. I think the community is an absolute integral part of that. We need each other. We need to keep driving forward. We need to get out there, do each one, teach one, and I'm glad to be marching alongside you, y'all.
Well, thanks for having us, man, in your life. Hope you have a good holiday.
Thank you. You too.
We'll pop some champagne for our New Year's Eve. Our final champagne spaces next week.
You're here, man. You're here, and I'll be visiting some extended family for the holidays too, and I have some family friends actually that are getting married on the 28th too. So it's going to be quite an eventful end of the year, and.
Oh, nice. I got a couple people that are getting married on the 29th. They're actually going to just go to the courthouse, though. But they are getting married.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah, he's like in the he's in the military, so he has to, he has to move, so he's getting married before he moves, kind of thing. So they're gonna have a good wedding next week. I'm sure we'll have a little party after, and we'll enjoy the holidays. But man, enjoy your NFT. You know how to get a hold of me on Telegram with that.
Yeah, we'll chat soon, man. Thank you guys.
All right, man. You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay.
Blackberry guy, where are you at still?
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah, if we're going to talk about weddings, I actually have to perform one on the 30th. So that goes 28, 29, 30 there. So,
So speaking of weddings, I might as well talk about divorces. So just to make a joke out of it. So I used to be at the nightclub a lot on the microphone at the club, and people would come in all the time, and these girls would come in, and I just jump on the mic, and I'm like, they're having their bachelorette party. So I'm like, hey, have your bachelorette parties and blah, 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 blah. Congratulations. I'll see you in 6 months for your divorce party. And then I would just say that, and the whole club would get all crazy. So that was my spiel about that. But anyway,
sure.
Back to crypto.
Yeah, sure. I think silence is a bit golden right now with BT. If he's not around, and he's not, because he's very transparent, as we all know.
Right.
And when you're not hearing much from him, you know he's working the midnight oil off. You know, he is just got to be working really hard right now to get everything refined. And when that all gets completed, I'm just looking forward to what 2024 is going to bring, because we're going to have so much refinement. We're going to have so much of a cleaner protocol. I think with the fact that we're no longer looking at anything being deflationary, and we see everything well oiled, it's going to be a good 2024. We've got a couple of weeks. It's kind of interesting to me that right now is somewhat similar to what we were seeing at the beginning of futures, at the beginning of 2023, with the elephant treasury just kind of holding there right now, because that's the last time it's been like this, where it's just kind of held its own, but it's been holding its own because the system has been put on stagnate for a moment. But once we get this system completely revved up, I think we're going to have a lot of fun here. And I've appreciated the encouragement people are giving about doing whatever we can to market things. And I do think at the same time that the product is going to sell itself all the more because of these latest refinements. We're going to see some really good times coming up. And I think the developer is anticipating that too. And he's thinking about what he wants to do in Nashville in the middle of the year. He's looking, he certainly isn't looking myopically, you know, he's looking very broadly on this. And I think he's justified in doing that. So I'm looking forward to 2024 in that regard, and in many other ways, but certainly with regard to the EM system.
Yeah, I like the way you say it, refined and then cleaner looking. That's pretty much good words for it there. And they say you're supposed to turn your car off at the gas station when you're filling up with gas, right? You're not supposed to leave it running.
Right.
So if he has to do that for a short time, fill up the tank, that's what we got to do. So
yes,
no complaints from me there. And yeah, if we don't hear from him, then usually he's pretty busy. Plus, he has family. It is Christmas and weekend, and I'm sure he's got a lot going on. So if he misses one spaces or two, it's fine with us. We can still have a good time in here each week. It doesn't always have to be a hardcore alpha. We can have just fun.
No, I hear you on that, Ed. So I hope you have a Merry Christmas, and the rest of the group here as well. I look forward to all the different ways people contribute every week, and how they conduct themselves as a whole. It's been good to be a part of this, I must say.
And I'm happy that you guys are jumping in here with me each week, because like I said, I don't like to do all the talking myself. Sometimes I know I sound repetitive, and I'm trying to stall until somebody clicks, I want to talk. So I'm trying to look for things just to without repeating myself about the elephant every single second. So that's why I like to hear everybody jump in and give me their perspective and their aspect of things and stuff like that. So,
Well, I've really appreciated just over this course of this last year how many people have devoted themselves and dedicated themselves in many different media. I think Rugs to Riches is a prime example of that. The time that they put into that, the people that they have on, the things that they try to focus on. And that's just one aspect. There's a lot of people that believe in the system and they show it by the ways in which they promote it. So just really grateful for their willingness and their time that they put into it because it's all volunteer.
Yeah, it is. And I remember BT saying, you know what? We need to start getting the word out, the proper word out, no more gatekeeping. He's like, we just need to have our own media company. And you know what? We get enough people on hand that we could put something together like that in the new year, or maybe closer to 2025, even if it, whatever came about. And we have enough people that can put out that kind of content on a consistent basis and offer correct info, proper info, maybe not just on us, but other things out there as well. If we became our own little media thing and give people a space to come to get just accurate information about crypto and education.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. Things to look forward to next year. I hope everybody is able to tune in next week for our final one on the 27th. As usual, 11 a.m. New York time for those of you out there. And remember, Twitter Spaces is recorded. So if you hear this later on, well, hello. Thank you for being part of the herd, or maybe you're still learning about us. And if you have Twitter for other things out there, maybe you can, retweet this. It gets recorded. So like I was saying, you can come back later and you can retweet this and then people can listen to it later. So all your followers can check it out as well. So it's always good to listen to a little bit later on. If anybody else wants to chime in before we cut it out, feel free. Other than that,
above and beyond, the coding work that Beach does, it's also a lot of the networking. I understand that there's some forthcoming partnerships that kind of came out of its recent trip, and it reminds me of like the last time BT went to Invest Fest. There was some huge investments that came into the system, and that ultimately benefited all of us, the whole herd. So, he is the best coder in the business. He's also a really adroit businessman, and he's really good at forging relationships. So if he's putting his nose to the grindstone, I think only good things can come out of it. So, BT, of course, he's welcome at any time, but I don't know. Quiet can be a good thing.
I have to find the photo. I'm not.
Cut out for a second.
Oh, yep, I did. My butt for hitting the mute button. I was trying to get to my Telegram. So when I first started with BT, which is like over 1,700 days ago, we had our little admin group, and I came up with let's just get him a coffee mug. And so we had a coffee mug with the bankroll symbol on the front, and on the back it said Merry Christmas, and it had all the names of the admin on the back, and I mailed it to him. So I think he might still have it, but I have to I'm gonna have to see if I can find it on the photo I took and send to everybody, show what it looked like back in the day. Just a little something just a little fun that we had back in the old days. But we'll have plenty more next year, I'm sure. Well, it's probably, let's see. Oh, you're still there, Greg. Go ahead.
So do you have an app that you use to track the number of days you've been involved with this community?
I knew the day I started in my head, so I just go, how many days since? I just Google it. Days since March 10th, 2019. So
when you said you had it in your head, I'm like, oh my gosh, you do the whole calculation.
No, I'm not that good.
That's impressive.
I'm not EMH. I can't do that in my head.
Oh man, yeah. I miss that guy. I hope he's doing well. Anyways.
Yeah. I know he's got some stuff going on, so he'll be around when he gets to be. Luckily, we still use Stu's calculator, though, whenever we have trouble with that. Before this thing cuts us off, just want to say one last time, Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope you have a safe and happy holiday. Of course, we'll be on in the in the chat. Enjoy all that food you're going to be eating, those gifts, spending time with your friends and family. It's National Coquito Day tomorrow, in case you guys are into that kind of stuff too. And that's about it. I'm so glad you guys made my holiday season really, really nice. And I know we still got another spaces to go next week. We'll wrap up everything for the year. Maybe Blackberry Guy can get on and give us a little bit of some info for the full year wrap up. But thank you guys for tuning in to Twitter Spaces each week. I wish we could give away more NFTs each week, but that's all right. We'll try to get people them as best we can, and make sure you guys tune in for that final NFT of 2023. You guys have a great one, and we're going to cut this one off now before it cuts us off. So I'll see you guys in the Telegram. Everybody that tuned in today and actually spoke today, thank you very much, Josie. Thank you. And you guys have a good one. See ya.